You're watching Soleful Discussions.
All right, so hi, how you doing today? Doing great, I'm doing great. How did our paths just cross right now? How did you and I just meet right now?
He just asked. I wanted to
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, what did I tell you, first of all, the interview was going to be about?
feeds, mental illness, and I forgot the last part.
Reflexology. Reflexology. Okay, so when you heard feet, what was the first thing that went
Oh,
That was the first thing that came
yeah,
to mind? Okay, I'm glad that you're being honest. So we're gonna ask some questions about that. We may ask you to do that at some point, but like it's all up to you how you feel about at that given point in time. Okay. In terms of mental health, are there any like topics you research, you kind of follow closely, that you're invested in, anything like that?
I mean, I'm a psych teacher.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm a psych teacher, and my whole point, like, I want to be a psychiatrist, like, in the long term. I have a family member who suffers mental illness, so like, he suffers schizophrenia and bipolar disorder,
Got it.
and I have a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
So I'm like kind of familiar with like mental illness and all that. So
Okay.
when you say mental illness, I got you. But
Yeah.
me, I was like, oh.
He's like, so yeah, today we're gonna talk about like depression, anxiety, and we're gonna talk about social media, like how sometimes that can like impact that. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about it, and then you can give me like what you think about it. Okay? What about reflexology? Ever heard of it? I bet you have. Maybe it's just the term, like you don't recognize it. But we'll talk about that, and then I'll get your feedback. Okay, cool. So first question: what are your thoughts about how the world is starting to become more aware of like mental health?
There's a lot of programs for people who have mental illness, but it's not available for a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially for minors. I mean, like personally, like my family member, he couldn't really get him the help he needed,
Okay.
and I'm Mexican,
Yeah.
so we went to TJ a lot,
Yeah.
and we would go and give him like the help he needed, like rehab and all that, because we couldn't find that here.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like you know, like the amendments or like the Constitution, they
Yeah.
protect like freedom, which is good on
Yeah.
one part, but also for mental illness is bad because some people don't like realize that like they need help.
Yes.
So it's really great.
Exactly.
So my family, fortunately, we found a really good rehab in TJ, and he got the
Okay.
help he needed. And right now he's actually in a program, but to get into that program, he has to go to jail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he got that program.
Okay. Well, yeah,
So
that kind of sucks to have to kind of go
you
through
have to
all
go
that
through
just to
that
get help.
thing.
Yeah.
Just to get help.
Yeah.
Like finding help is really hard.
That's crazy.
So
You would think it would be easier, like you said, especially living in a country like the United States, like it would be a lot easier. That's crazy, man. So I can see why you're like really like serious about like wanting to be a psych major. Like that's really dope. What are your thoughts about social media, and then how do you use social media?
for me, I was overweight when I was
Mhm.
younger. I still consider myself. I have a little bit of body dysmorphia. I go to the gym a lot.
Okay.
And, I see progress, but like I know I have progress a lot since I started.
Yeah.
But I don't really see that.
Yeah.
And I don't really like. I haven't used my Instagram since like 2018. That was
Oh,
2 years
wow.
ago. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. I haven't used it. I
Wow.
haven't posted. I haven't done anything
Okay.
because I don't feel that like I deserve that.
Interesting.
And I'm kind of like scared to post something and get like I don't know like 5 likes.
Yeah.
And compare how I used to get like 250. Like I know it's not a lot for some people. For me, it was a lot.
Yeah.
And
So it boosted your confidence.
yeah, it boosted my confidence in a way. And then I just stopped posting. I stopped
Okay.
posting since I was 18. Trying to get like for me like I have to get a certain body for me to post again.
Okay.
Which kind of sucks. I know it
Yeah,
shouldn't be
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, but that's how I am. You know?
Yeah. I feel you. Okay. In terms of social media, right? Is there anything that you would change about it? Like if you could change one thing, what would you change?
Honestly, I like the Instagram. I was like taking off the likes. You know how it says like it used to say like 250 likes.
Yeah.
And now it says other.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like, oh my god, like I was kind of really happy about that. I was like, oh, like the day I posted that,
yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
That's dope.
I'm like, okay, that's good. I don't know. For me, I like that.
That's
Like,
dope.
for me, I
That's
like
dope.
that.
Okay. What are your thoughts? I mean, what's some things that bring you anxiety? And you don't have to go like too deep, but just like maybe surface level. What are some things that bring you anxiety?
I have a breakdown whenever I have to like change
Okay,
like clothes. I get really self-conscious of how I look.
got it.
Even though like I work hard for like literally yesterday I hit a PR of like 2 like plates each side and like
Oh
I did it
wow,
for like 3 reps for a deadlift. I'm like
that's
I don't know, like
amazing.
for me like that I'm like oh wow like but for like sometimes when I have to like change clothes like I just have like a mental breakdown like I feel like nothing fits. I feel like I look bad.
Yeah,
Even though like I get compliments a lot.
yeah.
And I just don't feel that way.
Okay.
So that's the only thing I really causes me anxiety.
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? And no matter how you look or what you may see for yourself, like others may see something way different than what you see. And I think that it's important. I wish there was a way for us to be able to like see the way that others see us, because I think sometimes, like you said, we get caught in our own heads, and it's like we're doing more of the damage than anything. So being able to like see what others think of us, like from a more realistic standpoint, because not even Instagram, like yeah, the likes and stuff are all cool, but you get some people who don't even really go on there like that, or they follow certain things, and so they may miss it or whatever like that. They don't pay as much attention. So I think that would be something that would be really cool to have. But let's get into these questions now. I'd be interested to see how you feel once we get here. How do you feel about your feet? What are your thoughts?
I'm
Okay.
like
Okay.
I paint them like I have like a gel kit. So I like
Oh,
do
okay.
manicures or pedicures.
Pedicures. Uh huh.
I'm like I like how much but
Okay.
like
You wish you weren't flat-footed. That's probably the one thing.
yeah, and plus like my big toes are divorced. I always say like they're pointing that way. Like, they're like, but that's the only thing I really don't like about it, but that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Dope. Have you ever received any compliments?
Yeah.
Okay. When you get a compliment about that, how does it make you feel?
The first time I ever got a compliment, I was like, what?
You're like, what is this?
I'm
Like,
like, okay. I'm like,
yeah.
thank you. And my boyfriend, he's the one who's complimented.
Nice.
He's a really like, I'm like, I don't know if that's like putting him on blast. I'm like, really?
Yeah. No.
But he was like, oh, like, I really like you. Like, I feel like a feet talks a lot about a woman.
It does.
Yeah, it's good to hear with you. Like,
Yes.
that's like, so.
Yeah. It's like, I remember somebody telling me that one day. I remember I was working at this place. This lady just told me like randomly. She was an older lady, and she said, "If a woman doesn't take care of her feet, forget about it." She was like, everything else. She was like, because think about it this way, right? The feet are something that like is usually hidden, right? For the most part, unless you wear sandals or something like that, they're hidden pretty much. So if she doesn't take care of that, what else is she not taking care of? And I was just like, interesting. I was like, very interesting. But yeah, I think that's a very true thing, because I feel like the body as a whole, not just the body as a whole, you should take care of it like as much as you can, right? If you neglect one part or whatever like that, man, it can really bring you down another area. So I think that your boyfriend was really onto something when he said that. How would you feel if, let's say, it was a rare occasion you're wearing sandals or whatever like that, and a man gave you a compliment about that? How would you feel about that? Okay. Okay. So the context matters.
Yeah.
Okay. I can understand that. Cool. In your opinion, so like, let's say, like, I know you're dating now, but let's say you weren't, right? What is something you would consider to be like a deal breaker? Something you'd be like, can't deal with that. There's drugs. Okay, yeah. That's a big one. Okay, I like that. So what are your thoughts about guys? Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, everyone
Has their thing?
Yeah, has their own thing. I mean, if you really like it, then like that's it. Like, there's no shame in that. Like, why should we do what they like?
I like that you said that. Interesting. What are some things you do like to be complimented about? Like, if you could get a compliment, somebody's giving you a compliment, you're like, damn, that really makes me feel good. What's some things? Okay.
Yeah, right now it doesn't look that good.
It's long and beautiful.
Yeah,
like, I think it's dope. Yeah, absolutely.
I take care of my hair. Like, conditioner, like treatment. I try to take care of my face right now. Like, I didn't wear makeup.
That was the first thing you asked me. You're like, do I have to take off my mask? Because my face ain't.
I wear makeup every time I go to campus or go to work.
Yeah.
And like today I woke up late, so I was like, you know what? Like, I just go to class.
Got
That's
it.
all I think for me. Like, probably like if someone compliments me without like having like
Makeup on?
I don't have like a full blown makeup. Like,
Yeah.
I don't contour or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just do like natural makeup that helps me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand that. Okay. How can you get pedicure?
I do myself.
Okay, so you did have you ever gone and got a pedicure before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But then that was expensive. So
Okay, so you're like, nah, save some money.
no, it's like yeah, $45 if you do it, or like 50 like if you do gel.
Yeah.
So for me, that was like
You're like, nah, it's an unnecessary expense.
yeah, I like saving money. I really do.
That makes sense.
Like right now when I go home, I'm gonna do like a lash kit.
Okay.
Like a lash lifting thing, and then like I bought like an acrylic set. So
Okay.
I do my own nails. Right now I took them off, so I'm gonna do them right now
Yeah,
when I get
yeah,
home.
go do
I do
them.
my own nails and I
Okay.
I do my own nails.
That's dope, man. You learn how to do all that stuff. Like that. Okay. Have you ever heard of a medical pedicure before? I'm pretty sure you probably have, right? Medical pedicure. No. Well, yeah, it could be for that, but there's other reasons for it too. So, basically, it's when you go see like a podiatrist, right? Specialist of the foot. They'll take a look at your feet, to like check your toe alignment, check your toenails, and make sure they're growing correctly. They check for dead skin, fungus. They do all the work there with like medical grade equipment. What are your thoughts on like seeing something like that? Because I know you said maybe going to see like cosmetic ones might not be worth it, but maybe going to see for the medical reason.
If I have like a like uncles, I don't know if
Yeah.
I just have a book to like check that out.
Got it.
I'm very like picky with everything about me.
Okay.
So like if I have like a like I really broke out once when I was like 15.
Yeah.
Like my mom took me to like a dermatologist.
Okay.
Like I literally broke out once.
Oh,
And my
wow.
mom and I like freaked out. Like I'm really like
Okay.
I take care of myself a lot in that
Nice.
in that way.
That's great, man, because like it's like I think that you're putting forth an effort to like make sure you're taking care of yourself, and like I think as a whole, right? Not just physically, but mentally, like spiritually, like making sure like you're good in every area, right? So that's dope. I like that. How come you were like open toe shoes? So are you more of a sneakerhead, or
Yes.
now, is it for comfort or style? Like,
I wear a lot of Nike blazers.
okay, so it's just a style thing. Like for you, it's like
It's
something
for
you
the
like.
gym.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
like, flat. So, like literally, like if you have like it's so dumb, but like it actually makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it like takes like some balance off, like if you do like deadlifts, like RDLs and stuff like
Okay.
that. So it takes a little bit. So I wear like a lot of Nike blazers, and I go to the gym all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't really like I don't really go out. Like the only time I go out is going to school
Oh,
or
okay.
work, and that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. How can you go barefoot? No shoes.
Oh, when I'm at home.
Okay.
Yeah, I wear sandals, like slides. I don't wear sandals.
Okay.
I wear
Slides. Okay. Like, so have you ever heard of earthing and grounding?
Oh yeah, people like that's after like shoes and massage and just walk around with earth.
Exactly. Like, have you tried that before? No. Okay. Would you try it in the future? Would that be something that you? You know, it's supposed to be good for like really like meditating, like releasing like certain endorphins in your brain. Like,
I feel like I would do it like at a like right now I would do it.
Yeah.
Like because I'm just scared to like step on glass.
That's a big one. Yeah. Especially like sometimes you don't know people. Like,
I'll be like super like right now like it's so small, but like there's like a piece of glass in the morning. And it's bothering me. I'm like imagine if I get barefoot and like I would step on glass.
Yeah, that'd be the worst. It'd be the worst, man. Dang. All right. So now, can we see what your people got to so, okay. Both, because just there's usually a comparison, right? There's usually like maybe one's longer than the other, whatever like that. Is that okay?
Oh my god, okay.
All right. Cool. All right.
Because I just took
They look nice. You got pink polish on there. You do your own nails, so I mean that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
So, all right.
I mean, they're a little bit divorced, like I said. Like
No, they're fine. I think that you worry so much about the structure, like that you want them to be perfect, like lined up perfectly. But here's the thing. So my channel is called Soulful Discussions, right? And the reason why I call it that is because we all have different. So hold your feet on. We're gonna go through a couple more things. Hold on. So it's called Soulful Discussions because we all have like different souls. Like our souls are different, but we all have them, but as well as the soles of our foot. they're all different and things like that, right? So that's what my channel is all about. So let me get you to put your feet out straight and so we can see the soles, and then soles up.
Oh my gosh.
Straight out.
Like, is it dirty in the back?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
All right. So how you feeling? We're going through this, right? You met me like maybe 10 minutes ago. We're going through the interview. I'm asking you questions. We're looking at your feet. How are you feeling right now?
Right now I'm just kind of like, cause like they're kind of like with the shoes, like kind of like let like
the
marks.
imprints and
Yeah,
stuff
the
right there.
imprint.
Okay. And you did say earlier, like, you're somebody who's very self-conscious. Leave your feet up. We're going to go through a couple more exercises. I'll leave them up. We're going to go through a couple more exercises. Yeah. So you said you're somebody who's, like, very self-conscious about things. You want it to look perfect and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question, though, right? When you're presented with situations like that are unexpected, right? You didn't expect it to happen, but it happens. And you're in the middle of it. What do you do during those situations, those times? Like, how do you cope with it? How do you get past it?
I say yes first. Like,
Okay.
right now, like, I didn't really think about it. I just like had to like clarify. I'm like, you're talking about feet?
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought was like, oh my god, like how does my feet look right now? I'm like, yeah, they look cute. Oh, in my head, I'm like, they look kind of look cute.
You can tell you take care of them and things like that. So I think that, like, don't worry about like the little stuff like that. It happens to everybody. Like, you put your socks on and, like, you know, even with me right now, like, it happens. You put socks on and it happens. It's a part of life, right? But I think don't overthink it, right? So I think that that would be something I would say. Like, I think that, like, don't get caught in your own thoughts in terms of that, right? So like my channel started, let me give you some background on it, right? So during quarantine, I was watching another guy's channel and he was talking about a mental health term called DBT. Have you ever heard of that before? All right. So it's dialectical behavioral therapy. It's supposed to be for people who like suffer from anxiety, and depression. Like, they don't live in the moment, right? So I heard about that and I was just kind of like, oh, man, that's interesting. Like, you know, cause I'm somebody who's like that. Like, I don't live in the moment all the time. Sometimes I overthink situations and I'm just like, oh, this could happen, that could happen. And realistically, like, the possibility of some of those things happening is just it's not going to happen. Right. So basically it's all about teaching yourself, like, to ask yourself, like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Right. If there's not anything threatening your life, nothing threatening your safety, then do the opposite of what those emotions are telling you. Cause you can like experience good events, good moments by like saying yes to things like you said. Right. So what are your thoughts about that? Like, kind of like living life by like putting yourself out there, getting out of your comfort zone. You may feel uncomfortable, but trying to put yourself out there.
What's not like mutual saying? It's like a quote saying like you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like,
that's Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, what? Like, okay, like, I show my feet. Okay, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's gonna happen? Like,
what's the worst that's gonna happen from that?
Like,
exactly.
in 10 years, like, what the fuck is it? Like, what's to change my life completely?
Yeah. Well, not like, first of all, who's gonna know it's you? You wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Nobody knows it's you. Like, I know, you know, I don't even know what your name is or anything like that. You know it's you. That's it. It's the only person. And if you decide to share it with any friends or family, they'll know. But that's it. But I feel like the worst that's gonna happen from that is what? Like, really nothing. Like, maybe you look at it yourself and like, man, I wish I would have had my toes done or whatever. But that's like small stuff, because that's stuff you can change. That's stuff that, like, you go out and get a pedicure, you do your toenails at home, and then it's done. So nothing bad is gonna happen from it. You're not like no lightning or anything like that's gonna fall from the sky. So
I mean, honestly, like, I always try to help people out. So like, if this helps you, like, that's good.
And I appreciate it. But let's get to reflexology, okay? And then we're gonna kind of wrap it up, all right? Okay. So reflexology deals with the different pressure points you have in your hands and in your feet, right? So these pressure points like correlate to different parts of your body. So through massage, acupuncture, acupressure, you can alleviate like stress and tension to various parts of your body. So for people who like deal with migraines, there's a portion of your foot to massage that will like alleviate the tension you're feeling like during migraines. Like people who have like congestion from a cold, you can massage an area and they'll like alleviate that mucus buildup. What are your thoughts about reflexology? Have you heard of it? Does this sound familiar now? Or
I have heard of it. Like, there's like pressure points like of the body that you have to like touch. And, I feel like that's a good thing. Like, for me, I stress out a lot.
Yeah.
So I have like a lot of tension in my neck.
Yeah.
The only thing like I really do about it is like stretch, go to work,
Yeah.
and then like go to the gym. A lot of like my stress like gets relieved at the gym
by working out. Got it. Okay. Yeah. That's dope, man. That's dope. So with that being said, how ticklish do you tend to be? Are you a very ticklish person?
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Like, when you did go get pedicures before, were you ever ticklish during your pedicures?
Oh yeah, when like the lady was like
the little scrubbing, yeah.
Yeah, like that shit.
Okay.
Like, leave me alone.
so I have a trick for you.
Okay.
right? Do you mind if we test it on camera? Is that okay?
No.
No?
I'm like, no.
You don't feel comfortable?
No.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Let me get you to extend your feet back over. I'm gonna get you to do a couple exercises, and this is the test like flexibility and like coordination to see if like you got very fluid motions. So extend your feet out.
Okay.
All right, put them out straight like this. Yeah, and then toes up. All right. Well, let me get you to bend your toes over, make a fist. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort while you're doing that. Is it easy to do? Hard to do? Easy.
Easy.
Okay. Let me get you to spread your toes. Tell me if you feel pain or discomfort while you're doing that.
No.
Easy?
Easy.
Okay. Just wiggle your toes for about 10 seconds. Tell me if you feel any pain or discomfort while you're doing that.
No.
Easy? Okay. Let's wrap it up now. Okay. In terms of my approach, coming up to you, asking you to do the interview, was my approach good? Was it bad? What were your thoughts about my approach?
I mean, I feel like you did a good approach. Like,
Okay.
you didn't really, like, you weren't, like, what was this? You weren't, like, you weren't aggressive about it.
Okay.
And, like, you caught me in a good time, because yesterday I was in a bad mood. But, like, I mean, like, just have to ask. Like, I work in a restaurant, so, like, I have to ask a lot of people.
Got it.
So, like, if they say no, it's a no.
Yeah, you keep it pushing.
Yeah.
That's how I am. Like, if I walk up to somebody and they're like, no, I'm good. I'm not feeling it. It's like, okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. And so, yeah, that's what it's all about. So, in terms of, like, the interview as a whole, from start to finish, did you see how everything was going in the line? Did it make sense to you? Did you learn anything new?
I mean, it made sense to me. I learned about like your channel.
Yeah.
Like I learned about your channel,
Yeah.
like the soul. Yeah, everything makes sense.
Okay.
Like, yeah, everything.
So the channel, and it's all about this, right? My channel deals with like the mental health aspect, people who like sometimes deal with like depression, anxiety. Talking about feet, so a lot of people have negative connotations attached to feet. Like they hear feet and they're like, oh, it's weird and it's this. Like you're kind of saying, some people get shamed for liking it, right? So I wanted to like marry the concepts together to talk about that, because a lot of guys deal with anxiety about telling people like, hey, I'm into feet, I like this, whatever like that. So to show my interactions with women and like show like, hey, some women are fine with it, some don't. They're like, nah, I'm good. But to show my interactions and get that on camera so that they can see it and learn how to like be more comfortable talking to women about it. You kind of get that?
Yeah.
Makes sense? Yeah. And then reflexology is just like, a lot of people don't know about it. So like giving them information about that so that they can like learn to maybe do something from a more holistic standpoint. Make sense? Cool. What do you think about the concept?
I mean, it's good. I mean, my boyfriend was the one who told me about like feet and stuff.
Okay.
Like, since I was little, like when he was like puberty, like 13, 14, he's like, I always noticed a woman's feet. And,
Yeah.
Like, I always liked women's feet.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you know, like obviously I was mad because like he looked at other, but I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
But I feel like as long as he's not going out doing anything with women or anything like that, right?
Yeah,
it's like just, yeah, something like that is just more of like admiring. So to me, there's levels to it, right? You have people who have the fetish side where they only like can get off from that, from just feet. You have some people who are just admirers, like, oh, you know, hey, you know, this one has like,
just an admirer. He
yeah,
just like looks at it, he's like, oh, okay.
He's like, yeah, she has nice, you know, toenail polish, or, you know, sometimes like having like jewelry and stuff. It looks nice, you know? So yeah. The last thing I'll ask, from a mental health standpoint, a life lesson that you learned, some wise words somebody once said to you that you could say to my channel that could be helpful. We're getting you started on your psych stuff early. So this is like you giving the last words to somebody like after you just talked to them.
I don't know, for me, like if you have like a family member who goes through like drug addiction or they have like mental illness, like and that's tough. It's really not your fault. You just have to go through it. It's like a lifelong disease. It's a disease. It sucks.
Yeah.
The goal like that.
It does.
Like it really does suck, but just keep pushing and just keep doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make changes, and you're only responsible for your life. And if you don't want to change, you can't change. And that's it.
I love that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you stopping. Thank you for giving your energy to this, and we hope that you have a great one. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.